How about watching the gameplay on screen with live reactions? I thought about it, but I really just want to do speedruns right now, and I think I'll take a look at the videos offline, currently. Down we go. Alright, cool. L2 save load, it says in the warp room. Wait, so you could press L2 to quick save, is what we're saying? I always could finish it off that way. That's true. But the problem is that the video with the 3 levels I've heard is half an hour, and I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to do. I don't know if I want to do like, you know, that long of a reaction video. So like if I did, I might not watch like the entire gameplay reveal. Thank you for the good luck, by the way, Z-Rain. I appreciate it, man. Seems that way. I heard that they were doing some kind of, you know, revamp to the save system aside from the improvements in Crash 1, that they were going to do something different in the other Crash games as well. 23 minutes? Okay. Still a bit long. But at the same time, I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll think about it and we'll see. And what's up, Belle? How are you doing? You're graduating later. Nice, congratulations. Where are you graduating from? They didn't show any relic runs? That's okay. They'll probably be rolling out gameplay footage over time now that they've gotten the ball rolling. Oh yes, that removes... There's a ton of frustration from Crash 1 that's been removed now, where you can die and get gems, you can retry bonuses at will. I think the game itself has gotten... Those are very big gameplay improvements, and it makes it much more beginner-friendly, and makes it a lot less risky for speedrunners. So speedrunners, I think, will be more inclined to do harder strats, because they're not going to get, like, severely punished for any mistakes. They've got the roll balling. That too, Voyovu, that too. The warped gameplay, there's time trials before getting the crystals now. That's actually pretty big, Howling Wolf. That might like turn all of the routing upside down in the game if we don't have to wait to do the time trials. Like, that would definitely be a big deal. Because then we just do like a lot of the time trials first. Like, we might do everything backwards, where we do the time trials first and then do the crystal runs, because the time trials are always harder and more punishing. They were playing an endgame unlocked version of it? Oh, yeah, if it's like a new game plus type thing. That's a good point. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Shows them do the time trial and get the crystal? Huh. Interesting. Yo, Zoozer, what's up? Dude, the Frye has to be trademarked, man. How are you doing, by the way? Crystals don't reappear, though? Well, they don't reappear anyway, right? But yeah, I would imagine that they play the fully unlocked version, you know, for the gameplay, because they can just choose whatever they need. Graduating from a university in Manila with a degree in marketing. Ah, very awesome. And thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. That looks like one of those copy pastas where it's like a bunch of words and then they're just clapping, like, or it's just like clapping in between every word, where it's like the sassy type clapping. I'm glad you're doing great, Zoozer, by the way. That's awesome. You mean Chris marked? I like the way you think, Sverna. You might be onto something there. You've already got a batch of bits. There's no purpose. Oh no, don't even worry about it, Voyovu. All right, sounds good, Vayobu. Thanks for hanging out today, man. Hopefully we'll see you later, but regardless, we'll definitely see you next time as well. No DLC. I mean, it's odd for Activision, but I feel like they can't do DLC with this game. Like it just wouldn't work. Like they can't really release it like that. I think they really want to push the games like forward. Like I really think that they want this to succeed, so they're not going to do any DLC. Like the release is pretty straightforward in general. You know, it's like you get 3 games for $39.99, no like split them up for $20 each, you know, that type of thing. Like no bullshit. I know that box was being a butt, or being a total butt. $5 for an extra 5 lives. We'll make microtransactions out of this game somehow. Do you mean Stormy Ascent, Renegade Time Lord? Like, I could see beta levels either being in the game outright, or maybe they charge $1 for, like, bonus level DLC. Like, stuff from beta parts of the game, or, you know, some, like, hidden things that were never shown later on, you know? Like, they could definitely do something like that. Yeah, they could do a lot of different things with the DLC, but I think they're doing it the right way, where they don't have any day 1 DLC. They don't need it, honestly. Like, they don't need it, and it hurts the release if they do that. Like, the whole point of the Insane Trilogy, I think, is for them to be like, look, you get 3 games for $39.99 from, you know, one of the biggest PlayStation franchises ever, and that's like, and that's legit, you know? We'll see what happens down the road, but I think they're doing the launch correctly. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Actually, we're probably fine. Yeah, we're good. I was a little bit worried that I might not have hit enough time crates, but we good, though. Yeah, like, it's really hard to do DLC right, especially nowadays. Like, there's a lot of companies that kind of abuse the privilege, or some games have had their releases messed up because, you know, they have this day 1 DLC that people feel like they're forced to get, and suddenly, like, a $60 game turns into, like, an $80 or $90 game because of all that. And I definitely don't agree with it. DLC should be totally extra add-ons that are not required whatsoever, or they don't, like, affect the main game whatsoever. Like, I think the main game should be the main game, and the DLC is just little like extras on top of it, like it used, like, you know, like it originally was, I think. DLC done right and done ethically is actually quite good. I don't want to say like no DLC ever, but just you have to be like respectful about it to your customers. You know, otherwise it definitely rubs people the wrong way. They might, Sverna. I'm really hoping they do. I think they see this as an opportunity to, you know, they see this as an opportunity to make this a big release and make this a release where, like, the consumers win, you know? And people are fed up with not winning. Trust me. I don't know what they're gonna do, Renegade Time Lord, if they were to make a new game. I think, honestly, they might do, like, another remaster or two before they would try to make a new game, just because of how risky it is. But we'll see. Ooh, that's interesting. That fish was in the bad spot that time. $40 for an hour-long story? Yikes. That doesn't seem super great. That does not seem super great. CTR? Well, I think that I think that they would do a Spyro remaster before they would do CTR. But CTR or Crash Bash, for that matter, with online multiplayer would be super sick. I know I've said it a lot, but I really want to hammer home, like, I really want to hammer home the point that, like, They really need to do that. I think that would be a super fun idea. Well, Spyro Remaster is just rumors based on loose connections, Renegade Time Lord. So I would say that there's some rumors going around, but really don't trust anything just yet. Way more Warped Remaster gameplay on YouTube. Wait, is there outside of the 4 levels we've already mentioned, or is it just between those 4 levels, you mean? What's the legal age for a PayPal account? I presume if you're old enough to have a bank account, it should be fine. I don't actually know, though, their terms of service super well. Yo, what's up, Natty? How's it going, man? CTR needs some balancing? Yeah, probably. It would definitely need a little something to make it good, especially for competitive players who would then do online like all the time, or do like ranked matches and stuff. Even so, I think it would be really fun if it was unbalanced, because Mario Kart is full of rubber banding and just like, you know, all kinds of weird stuff that just throws a wrench into things, and that's totally fine. Like, it means that everybody has a chance. So I could be totally fine if CTR was like Mario Kart and it was like just kind of crazy and nuts. But I could also see it being like a more balanced competitive game as well. And I think it could succeed doing either. I think you will be, Zuzer. I don't think there's a problem with it outside of like, as long as you have a bank account. If you get a business account, that is the safest way to protect you. I think it's the safest way to protect yourself and your information. Yo, Mackie bro. Hey girl, hey. How's it going? And what's up, Gibbons? How are you as well, by the way? CTR except with CNK levels? They could do something like that, where they could do like, they could combine that. They could combine like certain tracks, or they could have it as like unlocks or DLC or something down the road. Like, I could see them keeping it pure CTR, adding some of that stuff later on. Yo, Happy Fee, what's up, dude? How are you doing? It's muscle memory. Just like dance games, it's muscle memory for the most part. And overall game knowledge that some of it you have with games that you played when you were a kid. So like the Crash Bandicoot games, for example, I have some knowledge already because I played them a lot when I was younger. But regardless, you know, it's muscle memory and practice and kind of just figuring out, you know, how to think as little as possible when doing a speed run. I'm okay with your run fail. Aw, that sucks. Sorry to hear about that, man. Were you still running Exodus, or were you doing something else? Yeah, they could have like DLC characters too, or they could add in some of the later characters into CTR as well. I'm glad you're doing all right, though, Mackie Bro. I'm feeling much better than I was yesterday. Yesterday was a tough day. But today is a much better day, and it's Friday, for example. Any percent or 100? I'm doing 105 right now, which is effectively 100% in this game. There is no like 100% category, it's just that 105 is considered 100%. I gotta wait. There we go. But I have done any percent runs of all the original PlayStation 1 Crash games. And I've done 100% runs of this and Crash 2. So I would like to try Crash 1 Hundo and Crash and CTR 101% once I do get to that point. As lately I've been pretty focused on this game and Crash 2. You want the plats. I mean, the plats are pretty gorgeous, Renegade Time Lord. I don't blame you for that quest at all. Got trapped in a place. Oh, that sucks. So basically you embedded is what we're saying. You effectively embedded. But yeah, I had some like really bad tech problems yesterday with the stream. Apparently the new update of OBS Studio like completely changed the way streams are encoded in the software. So I spent the entire day yesterday trying to figure out how to how to have the stream... Oh, that's right, I don't have double jump. I had to figure out like how to get the stream stable and looking right. Meaning like you got stuck and just couldn't get out. Like not actually embedded, but like you got to a place where like you basically just couldn't get out of that particular position, and you would have had to like exit the game essentially. Excuse me. Oh, platinum trophies, gotcha. I'm sure the trophy grind will be real for many. Be real for many when the Insane Trilogy comes out, for sure. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, Mackie bro. At least your digital electronics exam is over. Are you done with exams in general, or do you still have some more? Probably a trophy for getting all dev times. That would be sick, but there's gonna have to be more dev times because every game is gonna have time trials, and every game is also gonna be... Oh wow, that was really close. Every game is also all gonna have time trials, and they're all going to be very different. Like, because the physics are totally different, so they can't just carry over the same dev times that they had before, unless a miracle happens. Oh, I see, Mackie bro. Hopefully the rest of the exams go well for you. It's a big number of centimeters, exactly, Gibbons. Yes, I will be streaming the Insane Trilogy when it comes out, Z-Rain, and I'm super excited for it. New Pirates of the Caribbean movie on a pop-up cinema? Wait, really? There's a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie? I thought they were done with that. Or are you watching one of the newer ones? A cheap lemon is an account that comes through sometimes, like a cheap lemon like ... You know, like there's a cheap lemon does this, a cheap lemon is that, and then it's usually a troll. So I think it's the same person just making a bunch of accounts. It's all good though. Alright, sounds good, Let's Play. Go get yourself some delicious food, man. Wrath of the Cortex remaster is probably not going to happen. I don't think that's a game that's very high up on their priority list. It would be cool if they did, but I really don't think that's going to happen, realistically speaking. Plenty of other games to remaster, I think, before that one. Though it could use a second chance. Absolutely. Pirates of the Caribbean 5? Wait. How did I not know that came out? I feel like I should have known that came out or something, because like I love Pirates of the Caribbean. Surprised like I never heard about it until now. I follow someone called a Cheap Lemon. I wonder if that's the same person, or if it's like a different person, like using their name and like being a troll. I have no idea. But regardless, it's not really worth any mind. Oh, there we go. Been 10 years now, so what's his face can make his appearance on land again. Are you talking about Davy Jones? That is so cool though, Godsonic. Like a beach movie, I would be so down to do. Like I love drive-ins in general. Two-hit wizard kill confirmed. Is it? Wait, does it actually take 2 hits to kill the wizards in Insane Trilogy? Really? I'm a little bit surprised if that's actually true. I guess it wouldn't matter necessarily for speedrunning because you're probably just going to end up going past him anyway. I think that's kind of like... So it probably won't matter for speedrunning, but it is something to keep in mind. The video you saw had only hit the wizard once. Huh. Maybe there's 2 different videos, but I think that's unlikely because... PS3 port. Oh, the reason why is because your PS3 port is probably PAL region Renegade Time Lord, and that's why it takes 2 hits. Insane Trilogy should all be... There should be no region differences when it comes to stuff like that. Like, it's all going to be the same game. But I can understand if your PS port is the PAL version of this game, in which case it would be a 2-hit kill for the Wizards. I thought you were talking about the Insane Trilogy, and I would be very surprised if they changed that. Yo, GSR, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. The wizard went into his underwear. Was he shot with a bazooka first, Renegade Time Lord? Because I think in the NTSCU version of the game, you can still put the wizard in his underwear if you do the bazooka. Ready for the 105. Yo, same, man. We've been doing our best here to get some runs going, that's for sure. We had a run, the furthest run we got to was Tomb Waiter, and then a really silly mistake happened. And then another silly mistake happened with an extended slide. So, and then the run was over. But, that being said, we can still get back there eventually. Okay, that's what I thought, Ross. Yeah, with the bazooka, you can put him in his underwear, but generally speaking, as soon as you spin the wizards, then you're good. That is a 1-hit kill. If you don't miss YGE, you can get back there. Well, I'm actually not going for YGE unless the run is really, really on dire straits, because I'm still not entirely comfortable with the strat yet. Any news on partnership? Well, I'm probably going to be applying at the end of the month. So probably within like the next, probably within the next like 1 or 2 weeks, I'll probably apply again. But I usually apply at the end of every month. So, no news yet. Nobody has personally reached out to me about it. But that's usually not how it works. Anyway. Notice Crash's pants spin? Wait, what do you mean? But I don't actually need to do YGE currently, so that's part of the reason why I'm not doing it currently. But I am working on it. I am still working on it. I try to practice it every day during my normal morning warm up. Excuse me. It's really hard to talk sometimes. But you know what I'm saying. Yo, I appreciate it, Mackie bro. Like, that really does mean a lot. I certainly hope so too. We'll see. Yeah, definitely capture card helps a lot, Renegade Time Lord. It gives you so much more flexibility as opposed to regular just PS4 streaming, where you're pretty much constrained to your stream looking the same as most other people's as well. Do 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 do. Bum 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 ba ba da ba ba da. Alright, any percent strats first, so we are gonna ignore the boxes for now and just stay in a wheelie. Yo, that's awesome, Mackie, bro. And a happy belated birthday, by the way. The big 1-8 for sure. With the super spin power up? Crash's pants spin meaning like only his torso spins? That's kind of weird. I mean, streaming through PS4 makes sense for people who want to push a button and start streaming because not everybody is super serious about it. So I think it totally makes sense for them to have it and make it really easy. But for the more dedicated streamers, they're probably not going to want to use it. Oh, oops. Yeah, we're gonna have to restart trial because I had to do a thing. There we go. Okay, whole body. That's good. I thought like maybe only his torso spawned, and I'm like, wait a minute. And yeah, no problem, Mackie, bro. That would look very strange if it was just his legs that stayed the same. Then basically it would look like a Team Fortress 2 video, and I don't know if Sony wants to go down that route. Get no sound when I hook up PS4 up to a PC monitor. If your PC monitor has a headphone jack, then you can plug in a set of speakers or some headphones and get sound that way. That's what I do with the PS TV. Like, even though I play it on a computer monitor, there's a headphone jack in the back, so I can actually run a splitter to my speaker, so I can get sound from both my computer and from the monitor that's doing the gameplay. There we go. Yeah, what's up, Rocket Billy? How are you doing? Setting in the PS4 settings for that? Oh, to output the audio to a specific place? That would make sense. It's kind of like a computer in that way, which is pretty nifty. Speakers don't transmit sound. It might be what Rocket Billy said, where there's just there's an option that you have to select for the audio output. Because otherwise it's going to try to do the sound through HDMI by default, and that may not work. This was your favorite level? Midnight Run or Hog Ride, Mackie Bro? I am feeling quite alright, Wolfstone. I'm doing awesome. It's hard to do bad when it's Friday, you know? Feeling quite well, indeed. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yo, you are definitely not alone, Wolfzone. That's weird. Wait, what? Cough drop is stuck. That's a bad sign. There we go. You can't play Crash anymore? Wait, do you have, How come? Like, do you not have a PlayStation console? You plug in headphones, you get sound through the headset. Well, that's good. That's at least something. I'm glad you're doing well, though, Rocket Billy. That's awesome to hear. And thank you for the good luck. Yo, Gosloth, what's up, man? I did not see that yet, but I do have it, I do have the links ready, so I can go check it out after the stream. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I am very excited to look it up, though. It seems like everybody's first impressions of the gameplay footage is overwhelmingly positive. Oh no, that ain't good. That ain't good going into tomb time. It's okay though. They can't release all the levels because they want to like introduce the levels slowly to build hype. Renegade Time Lord. They probably could just show you the whole game, but they want to milk the hype. It's a marketing thing. All right, sounds good, Sonic. Hopefully you start feeling comfier soon, man. I understand if you don't like the heat, man, but I hope you enjoy the lurk, and I appreciate you hanging out regardless. I know, I was getting a little bit worried, Gosloth, but we need worry no longer. Oh, I see, Mackie, bro. That's unfortunate. How come I turn off sound except music? Because turning off the sound effects, believe it or not, cancels cutscenes that would ordinarily trigger before certain levels. Meaning they don't load at all. If the sound effects are on, then you actually have to cancel them manually, and you lose about 5 to 6 seconds per cutscene because the cutscene has to load and then deload. Whoa! So that's the main reason why we turn off the sound effects, and it saves a little over a minute in 105. So there's definitely a significant amount of time saved to come from that. Well, yeah, I just mean that, you know, most people, they know that it'll create more hype by releasing the level slowly, as opposed to releasing it all at once. That's the main thing I'm trying to get across, Renegade. Yo, that sounds like an awesome day, Sonic. Pirates of the Caribbean marathon, and then go see the new one on the beach, nonetheless. That's just good flavor right there. So for example, Wolfzone, right here, there would ordinarily be a cutscene that would trigger before entering the boss battle that I would have to cancel. That just didn't happen. So we automatically save several seconds by canceling that cutscene. It's not before every level, but it's before certain levels where, like, the bosses, or, like, Aku Aku, or, like, somebody tries to talk to you. And those cutscenes just don't trigger at all when the sound effects are turned down to 0. Alrighty. And that's how much time you save. That's how much time you can save per level. So we're talking like between 5 to 6 seconds, and that adds up. The Goosebumps movie? I never actually did watch the TV show or the movie. It's not really my style. Aw, man. I do remember some of my friends reading the books as kids, though. I tried reading them, but for some reason just didn't really, like, get into it. One of those things where it just didn't really jive, so to speak. Yo, Lawernius, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Welcome back, Z-Rain, as well. How are the runs today? They're okay. We've been having a little bit of trouble lately, but our first run of the day went pretty deep. And then unfortunately Tomb Raider time trial acted a fool. So, but that being said, we're definitely hanging in there, and this split, although we're gonna lose a little bit of time, it's okay. We can definitely recover, and we've got plenty of time saved later on in the run. How are you doing, by the way? Or Cortex says he has a mask helping him. That looks really cool. I'll bet that's pretty cool to watch as well. Crash, crash, crash. Why must you always muck in my mud? Cortex is very angsty in this game, I've noticed, which kind of makes sense, because he's kind of tired of getting his butt whooped by Crash wherever he goes. Can't just take over the world in peace, man. Somebody's always got to put up a fight. And the game over cutscene? Oh, really? It's kind of cool that they show those kind of like lesser, like lesser, more minor screens as well. Oh, you found the demo, Excessive Shark. That's awesome. What did you think of the demo overall? Yeah, that cutscene, the opening cutscene of the game will be very cool to watch, Verna. Absolutely. You got a cold? Aw, I'm sorry to hear about that, man. It'll clear up, though. That's the good news. Colds are no fun, but they don't last forever. There we go. Oh yeah, that's like something, that's like the thing I'm looking forward to most about the Insane Trilogy. Not so much the raging, but the nostalgia of like playing through the games for the first time all over again. Because even though the games are familiar to me, it's a totally different physics engine, like totally different, like with the time trials and stuff. It's definitely going to be a new experience despite all that. Smooth and the graphics are good. That is good. I definitely think that the game looks fantastic. Sooner or later, when that gameplay released, they actually really like showed off the power of the PS4 with the lighting and some of the texturing and all that jazz. You have to hold the button to double jump? Wait, really? Huh. That is the wrong thing to tell Dr. Cortex, Renegade Time Lord. Just let him know that it's ready. Yo, what's up, Dr. Spin? How are you doing? I think you're referring to Jet Moto. I love the Jet Moto series, and Jet Moto and Crash Bandicoot 1 were my very first video games back in 1996. So, that's actually very funny you bring those games up. Those were literally my very first two video games. That's so cool, though. And how are you doing otherwise, by the way? Yo, Crash 1 was your first game too? Rockabilly? That's so tight. What's up, Matolo Mule? How are you doing? Oh, that was really close. There we go. Yes, Jet Moto 2, Jet Moto 1, 2, and 3 were all on PS1. I don't believe there was a Jet Moto 2, there was a Jet Moto PS2 game. I love the Jet Moto games. I really enjoy playing them, and I hope one day I get a good excuse to actually play them on stream. Did you get away for the day and now you're back? Well, I actually was going to stream yesterday, Dr. Spin, but unfortunately OBS broke with the latest update. So I had to spend the entire day yesterday trying to fix the encoding settings for the stream. And now they work, which is the good news. But yesterday, unfortunately, I was supposed to stream but ended up not able to. Instead, I just did a bunch of tests and was trying to configure the stream settings. If you have a PS3, you can buy both Jet Moto. Oh, I didn't realize they had digital copies. That's awesome. Crash Warped was my first game. Nice. This was the one I played the least, actually, when I was younger. But it's really grown on me now that I've been speedrunning it. The first game you ever owned was Crash 1 and Frogger. Interesting. I didn't play Frogger on the PS1 until way later. Yep, I have all 3 Jet Motos as well, Matolo, and it did go up to 3. Oh, the roller coaster map? Dude, that one was sick. My favorite map was easily Mach Schnell in Jet Moto 2. It was Literally the best. Mach Schnell and the Shaft was also another good one. What's up, Barto? You must be looking in a mirror, buddy. Oh! I'm just kidding, man. How are you doing? Jet Moto 3 was on PS2. Are you sure about that? I think it was only on PS1 if I remember correctly. Chef Mike is already preparing dinner. What sort of dinner? Let's play. And welcome back, by the way. This time trial. What is going on? Keep getting stuck. I keep like breaking boxes weird. All I want for Christmas is a perfect High Time 1 cycle. It is a really interesting game. Like, the puzzles are definitely very cool. First PS1 games are Resident Evil and Crash. Interesting that Resident Evil was alongside Crash. I didn't really... Surprisingly, those two games would go together for you. Especially if you were very young back in the day. What's up, Palutina? How are you doing? Yeah, I think it's only a matter of time before they actually, it's only a matter of time before, you know, they release more levels. They now gotten the ball rolling with the levels that are currently released. Alright, well that's good. You've grown up fast, Mackie bro. Somebody decided that you did so you could play Resident Evil. Disney's Hercules Motor Tune Grand Prix 2. The Lost World and Tomb Raider 1. Oh, wow. That's definitely an interesting variety of games. But yeah, I noticed that, I didn't realize that, Kazunori Yamauchi actually made, Motor Tune Grand Prix before Gran Turismo became a thing. That's kind of cool, actually. You're onto a horror game from Natick? Ah, I see. What's up, Evil? How's it going, man? Don't like it. Are you referring to the Crash Warped gameplay? Played on Dreamcast more than PS1? Dude, I love the Dreamcast. That's like one of my favorite consoles I own, honestly. That is one of my favorite consoles. I guess they already did an interview with... Like, PlayStation Underground did a separate interview with Vicarious Visions, and then PlayStation allowed us to vote for one of the levels that they were going to show. So they left it up to a user vote for Tomb Raider, but the other levels were just chosen by somebody to show off. For me, it was platformers and racing games, Rocket Billy. For me, it was platformers and racing games. I grew up on, like, Crash Bandicoot, Gran Turismo, Rayman, well, I guess I didn't grow up on that as much, but I grew up on, like, later on in the Sonic games as well. I grew up on, you know, quite a number of other different racing games, Jet Moto, stuff like that. I think it's 98, Sverna. Might have been 98, 99, something like that. Yo, what's up, Beastly? I mean, to each their own, Evil. To each their own. Map editors is going to be tough. But I think so far they've handled the remake very well. Like, I think they've stuck true to the, you know, original gameplay design, but also like, made some really good improvements in general. I've not seen the footage yet, but I've heard it is very positive overall. Oh yeah, the Wipeout games. Wipeout 3 was my first one, and then Wipeout HD was actually pretty cool as well. Those are the main two ones that I played. So, is Poly Entertainment a different company than Polyphony Digital? The Dreamcast is a Sega console, Mackie bro. It was the last console Sega ever made, and it unfortunately got overshadowed by it was a little bit too far ahead of its time, I think, for the time period. And oh wow, that was weird. And it got overshadowed by the PS2 once that released. But it is a really fun console. There's some amazing games on there. Oh yeah, Burnout. Lest we forget Burnout, especially Burnout 3. Like, Burnout 3 I think is still my favorite in the series. Although Revenge and Paradise were pretty good. Burnout Revenge, I think they, like, I feel like they just missed something because, like, they don't have a single race mode for single player. Like, you can choose individual races online, but, like, in single player, you don't have the option to do just single races or casual races. You have to go and do, like, go back into career mode, which I think is kind of silly. Ah, okay, it's the same company. Fair enough. PSO 2 in the West when? Oh, Phantasy Star Online, you mean, Rocket Billy. Hopefully at some time, Rocket Billy. At some time, at some point, eventually. Yep, exactly, Sverna. And there was that there's that little piracy problem with the Dreamcast where there was no protection against imports or backup copies of games. So there's a lot of piracy if you had a CD burner back then, which was expensive, but you know, that also cut into their potential profits as well. Yo, thank you, Mackie, bro. I do appreciate it. I mean, that does mean a lot. It's fun to interact with you guys. Like, I love just chatting and, like, all this banter and stuff. Like, it's super fun. Came here after seeing Orange Asphalt remastered. Did you see all of the levels? There was 4 levels remastered. There was Tomb Raider, Orange Asphalt, Doubleheader, and Gone Tomorrow. Nobody's getting PSO 2 ever. It's gonna be like Duke Nukem Forever. It's gonna come out like 12 years later. Yeah, Dreamcast is kind of a hipster console. I'll give you that, Barto. But I love it. I love it. It's a real charmer. Yo, Fireblade, what's up, man? Indeed, I just saw the Crash 3 gameplay came out not too long ago. I wasn't able to take a look at it yet, but I definitely will be after the stream. How are you doing, by the way? Excuse me. Who's the guy talking in the Upstream and Sewerlator gameplay? I don't know. I actually don't know. Excuse me. I'm guessing it's somebody from a magazine, somebody from Vicarious Visions. That's a pretty safe estimate. Okay, so how come... I guess, what happened to that, and how long ago were they originally talking about it, Sverna? Basically calling him out for not putting out PSO2. I already have the footage, Beastly, so that won't be necessary, but I do appreciate it, by the way. I already killed my system playing for 14 hours. Be careful. Be careful, man. Cleaned out some boxes from your room. I'm doing the same thing, honestly. Like, I'm doing the same thing to move. There's just so much junk I have to go through. It's crazy. They renamed themselves between Gran Turismo 1 and 2. So wait a minute. I thought they already were named Polyphony Digital when Gran Turismo 1 came out. Oh, I see. So maybe it wasn't as official as I originally thought. Oops. I doubt that there would be a PlayStation Plus thing, Rocket Billy. Phantasy Star Online 2 is too good for them to do that. Not yet, Beastly. But next, I'm only going to be in my current hometown for like another month, and then I'm going to be moving all my stuff to Illinois, so I can rendezvous with my girlfriend and help her move, and then we'll actually be moving. So in July is when we're actually going to be in Seattle, but I'll be out of my house in June, and I'll be out of my house. Wait, what? What did I do? Oh, that's fine. For a second there, I thought I needed to get all the boxes. We're good. We don't need to do that yet. We do it in the time trial. Wikipedia says not? Really? I thought it said Polyphony Digital on Gran Turismo 1. Huh. Oh, the online services. Oh, I thought you meant PS Plus as like a free game or something. Never mind. Disregard. They should have showed a secret level. They might do it later. I think the reason why they wanted to do levels that were in the main game is because not everybody knows the secret levels. And they want to keep the levels a secret. So they're probably not going to show off Hot Cocoa or Egapis Rex, because if somebody doesn't know that those are secret levels, they don't want to ruin it for them, because it would basically be a spoiler warning. PS Plus expires on June 30th. I guess you won't need PS Plus at that point, Fireblade, because I don't think there's not going to be any like direct online, you know, matchmaking or this and that. It'll definitely be me, Beastly. I mean, she'll be around, but I will definitely be streaming the Crash Remastered. Though I do not believe that she will be getting her own copy. Yes, that's the secret entrance to Hot Cocoa, Fireblade. And they don't want to give away their secrets like that, just in the same way that they're probably not going to show off the secrets in Crash 2 either, for example. And I don't think they should. I think they should keep them secrets. So that way it's a new experience for people who may or may not have actually played the older games. Am I watching E3? I probably will be during that weekend when I'm available. I would love to be there. I would love to be there in person though, because it's public this year. But I'll probably be watching it off and on throughout the weekend. Been in Dark Souls co-op mode. Yo, Dark Souls is a lifestyle, man. That game is no joke. But I don't blame you. No, they can't show that either, Beastly. I think that would fall under the same umbrella. Definitely do not want to give away their secrets. Alright, Ski Craze, let's do this. I think the PAL versions of Crash are actually like less expensive than the NTSC versions. NTSCU versions seem to be pretty expensive, but the Japanese versions of the game tend to be the cheapest, which I think is kind of interesting. Not really sure why that is. Putting off your BB playthrough? What do you mean, BB? Dank sauce. If I ever played Dark Souls, I would have to just put my stream title as Dank Sauce. Just leave it at that, those two words. Tells you everything you need to know, basically. Oh, Bloodborne. Okay. For some reason, I thought of like the Butterfingers BB commercial that like had the Simpsons in it. I have no idea why that just popped into my head or if anybody's seen it. But back when they had like Butterfinger BBs to compete with the Reese's Pieces. It's like a really goofy like Simpsons commercial, or a commercial with the Simpsons characters in it. And I have no idea why that popped in my head. I literally like have not thought of that in years. Yeah, I'm not surprised that they would fix something like that, Beastly. That they would make it so that you can't just cheese and grab the gem early. I mean, Death Abuse is still in the game, so there's still not going to be as much of an incentive to, you know, play through you're still not gonna play through all parts of the game. You're still gonna death abuse in Sewer later, and you're still gonna death abuse in Behaven, for example. But that will definitely make you play a bit more of the game, that being said. There you go. Upgrading the weapon does help. Does sound very helpful, Rocket Billy. No! That's so weird. That's okay though. At least we'll be able to make it in time. That feel when there's a restaurant in front of your window? What kind of restaurant? Is it open? There we go. They're probably not going to, Renegade, because they're not really making the game for speedrunners. I think we're going to have to show people how to speedrun it. That being said. I don't think they are going to speedrun it. I think that they're going to let us figure it out. Even if they are thinking of speedrunners, period. There's no guarantee that they are. Some Italian stuff? Dude, that sounds great. I would love to have some Italian food right now. Some veal parmesan. Of course, my favorite meal. My favorite sort of Italian meal. Some lasagna, like, just... I need something. I'm fiending some Italian food, for sure. That was a little bit close. Well, I guess you could call them showing off death abuse as a speedrunning thing, because death abuse was something we weren't really sure was going to happen in the Insane Trilogy, but they literally showed it off during one of the gameplay footage. During one of the gameplay footage sessions. I think it was Sewer later where they showed off death abuse and literally told you to do it. So, they are very open and honest about death abuse being a thing. God Sonic always reminding me that pizza exists. Lasagna for dinner sounds great, though. Wow, that was really close. Have you ever tried tortellini? I have, and I do really like it. Tortellini is excellent. Yo, welcome back, Super Dito. You're having ribs for dinner. Nice. I haven't had ribs, actually, in a while. The worst part about moving back home is that there isn't a pizza shop within 20 miles. That's awful, Matolo. Dude. I would go through pizza withdrawal if I were you. No joke, I would go through pizza withdrawal. It has been 5 days, that's true. You can probably adjust to it regardless. Is there any other kind of great food nearby, though, Matolo? Possible that there could just be something else you could try. Corner of the market? Ah, open up your own pizza shop. There you go. There you go, business idea. Yeah, exactly. Rockabilly's on board too, man. Oh yeah, the restaurants downtown are fantastic. Like, you just don't even cook at that point. Literally just go out to eat all the time. A lot of times, like, city apartments and stuff don't really have great kitchens either, and part of it's for that reason. Take it from a chef that grew up in the boonies. Wait, did you open up your own restaurant, Rocket Billy? That sounds pretty cool, if you did. That is a thing that happened. We've been really good, though, at getting that glitch high jump to actually get over top of the, wow, that was bad. Actually get over top of the, get over top of the mass box that we're supposed to leave behind, so we can do this right now. There we go. Oh no! Okay, that's fine. It's so much easier to get that box when you have third mass form. So all I gotta do is jump in its general direction. But when you don't have it, it can be such a pain sometimes to work through the oil and that guy drops like slabs really fast. Yo, what's up, Tet? Thanks for the good luck, man. Indeed, I've gone to the dark side. I've gone to the dark side, and I am an SFX off guy now. How are you doing, by the way? Middle of nowhere is in eastern Kentucky. Oh, I see. That's pretty cool, though. Seems like that worked out for you, at least for a period of time. Yup, that happens. That happens sometimes, Dr. Spin. You're like really focusing on the game, and then all of a sudden the conversation just goes like out the other ear, basically. Goes on Master Chef, doesn't even like a lot of food. That would be me, man. I'm too picky to be on Master Chef. It's so amazing how different Kentucky is, though, like in the cities versus like out in the, you know, kind of out in the open, so to speak. All right, sounds good, Mackie bro. Have a safe trip home. Yo, what's up, Simon Inked? How are you doing? Thank you for the good luck, by the way. How are excuse me, and happy Friday to you as well. Oops. There we go. Talking about all these regions of Kentucky that I have no idea about. I'm glad you're doing well, Simon Inked, by the way. I'm doing pretty well myself. Glad we have that in common. Oh yes, Overwatch is free this weekend, which is pretty dope. You can give it a try before you buy. Or give it a try and don't buy. It's up to you. That Amarabaru emote, though. Baru's got some fucking amazing emotes. That's for sure. We can't all be perfect, Renegade Time Lord. What can I say? Oh, that was weird. I totally forgot. Oh, I got rid of that guy. That's why he wasn't there. I was, like, so disoriented for a second. Your Bucket guy told you to check me out, so I did. Yo, nice. And thanks, Bucket. Welcome, welcome, indeed. Oh, yikes. I mean, it's a different lifestyle, Rocketbilly, right? It's a different kind of lifestyle. Yeah, I know. Like, I definitely don't do it very often, Blake. It's like, only when the mood takes me, that's all. I mean, judging is subjective at the end of the day. There could be a million reasons why judges make certain decisions. And it's hard to know for sure. Yeah, I just don't want to be, like, disrespectful to that, you know? Because, you know, it is a different lifestyle. Maybe it's not one that I agree with, but I don't think, you know... I don't want to, like... make anyone feel bad if, like, maybe they fit the description or something, you know? Exactly. It's somebody who's good is one thing, but somebody who is marketable and somebody who can be a star is really the point of those TV shows. Like, who's going to make the network money? Viewers can look but not taste. I suppose so. I guess if you're an average viewer, you're probably not going to be able to eat it, unfortunately. Is that actually true, Blake? I mean, hey, if they make good food, man, it's no worries. That's the main thing that's like the main thing, you know? Playing to sit around in the Discord playing some Overwatch? Yo, nice. Nice, man. I unfortunately don't think I will have time to partake in the Overwatch, but that's awesome though. And yeah, feel free to hit up the Criscord chat channels if you guys want to play together. If you're not a part of the Criscord, type !Discord in chat, and you will soon be taken to the Discord. That's true. Like, you definitely become very passionate about food at that point. There we go. Well, that's why, like, I'm not really a Gordon Ramsay guy, like, where it's something, like, super gourmet or something, like, very fancy. Like, the super high-end cuisine stuff. It's just not really my thing. I've been running Crash for about a year, Simon Inked. Been running it for about a year now. And this game and category is the one I have probably the least experience with. But I've been really into it. So this is definitely kind of like my bread and butter nowadays. This is Crash Warped 105%. But I've been running Crash games in general for about a year. Ah, I see, Blake. I see, Blake. That's unfortunate, man. Hopefully, like, down the road, you'll be able to, you know, see a dentist and actually, be able to, you know, get some kind of work done to it. Is Crash my only run? I have run a couple other games here and there, but for the most part, I run the Crash games. Though I do, in the past, I have switched around in categories, between games and categories. Right now, I'm feeling, like, super focused on Crash 3 105, and also to not be rusty and Crash 2 100% because of the 1545 relay race, which is going to be happening in July, where I'm running both of those categories. Type exclamation 1545 in chat for more information on that as well. But I have run a variety of the Crash games and categories, and do like to change things up every now and then. The most expensive part of tasting menu is the wine. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Steak and chips I would cook on MasterChef? Yo. Same. I would cook a mean grilled cheese, man. Mr. Ramsay would be so proud. And thank you, Simon. I appreciate it. Also, make sure to call you just Simon at your request as well. Full menu plus wine fleece is about $270 per person, but they do a full custom menu with the major cost still being the wine. So, take out the wine, Rocket Billy. How much is it then? Well, that's pretty cool. I'll definitely take that best egg there. Welcome back, Super Dito. Excuse me, by the way. It's going to be really fun. It's actually a team race, too. So, there's going to be... I have some teammates within the Splash community and also some teammates that are the speedrun. Banjo, Donkey Kong 64, and some Mario 602 runners as well. It's gonna be sick. $110, $120, that's not bad. I can live with that for a gourmet dining experience, but for the wine, $150 is no is a no-go for wine for me. Would you say it's a Crash team race? Sort of. There's a lot more to it than that, but there definitely is some Crash team race going on there. 15 plus items is definitely kind of makes sense though when you think about it. Heston is a food god. Wait, which Heston? Bolt and Frederick is some of the best food I've ever had. I'll have to keep that in mind. See if it's worthwhile to check out before I head out. It's gonna be a little bit harder for me to check it out when I'm in Seattle, though. People interested in boxing? Isn't there the Floyd Mayweather like Conor McGregor fight or something? I think we talked about this maybe a week ago. Yeah, exactly. It's not as flashy, but it can still be very appealing, and you can still put your own unique twist on it that most people, you know, that you'll be able to share with people. That's why I love like some of the things that like Man vs. Food and like, you know, as much as we make fun of him, you know, Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, because, you know, they make just good like soul food, like heavy comfort food, and that stuff sometimes is even more appealing than some of the cuisine stuff that they make. It is to me personally. I'm totally down for some good comfort food. The fight is a joke? Hey, you never know. You never know, man. I gotta root for the underdog here, just generally speaking, but you never know what kind of chops he can show. I feel when there's no sound in your boss battle. Due to optimal cutscene skipping. What's up, Return Home? How you doing, man? I am Return Home. My streaming schedule, I am still going to be streaming very regularly once after I move. The start time might change a little bit because I'll be in the specific time zone. In the Pacific time zone, so my start time might change a little bit, but I will be streaming regularly. Once I do move out west. And no problem on the lurking, man. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna do a DIY fan for the bedroom. Whoa, that was a little bit crazy. Alright, no worries, Simon. Thank you for the good luck, man. Hope you enjoy your lurk. Sit at a table in the kitchen and the chef does 15 courses of whatever he wants to make. Nice. 15 courses is a lot, though. That is certainly an event. Maybe a pedal-powered fan. You could get, I mean, a DIY fan, honestly, is getting a getting a hand fan and just doing this. Or you can just use your hand if you don't need anything too fancy. Paint your studio room all Crash theme in the background. I don't like doing that just because like I don't like to brand myself too heavily for like one particular game, though it would be pretty cool. And I'm thinking about doing a green screen anyway once I do move. So whatever the walls are not gonna matter because the chroma key is gonna get rid of all that. You could be right, Super Dito, but we'll see. I mean, Floyd always dances and makes it boring, but that's probably part of the reason why he wins. because he is like very patient and does a lot of dancing. Make his opponent bored too, and then he can wax him. That was a little close. Floyd's a pussy, but he's 49-1. He's 49-1, so I don't know. I would be totally fine being called a pussy if I had that win rate. He just does his thing and he wins, man. He's just playing the game a different way, you know. He's not trying to kill his opponent. He's trying to win. He's trying to win technically. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, honestly, like, think about it. Like, he's not gonna do anything. Like, he's a boxer. He's not a hothead. You know, he's not a gangster, so to speak. I mean, entertainment is one thing, but, like, I guess I just don't have a problem with somebody, you know, playing the game differently and, you know, succeeding because of it. I just don't have a problem with that. This is me not knowing anything about boxing, but this is just on a general scale, you know? He doesn't need to, that's the thing. Like, why does he have to KO his opponents, and why does it have to be super flashy? When he could just continue to be a professor and keep winning. Been boxing as a hobby for like 10 years? Oh, I see. I see. You definitely seem qualified then to comment on that. Nice. Wow, that was down for a really long time. I probably could have made it. Usually that cycle doesn't work out like that, though. Usually that cycle is pretty bad for me, so I just kind of defaulted to wait there. This is a good discussion, though. Very interesting. I didn't think I would be so involved in a discussion about boxing. Wow. There we go. He doesn't need to do that though, Renegade. That's like the main point that we're trying to get at here. Like, he can be good without KOing anybody. Those are two totally separate things. That's true. That's true. Technique and showmanship definitely make it fun to watch. If I were into boxing, that's what I would want to see. Yo, what's going on, Benjamin? Thanks for the good luck, man. How are you doing? It's not quite how you spell Kappa, but it's a nice try. Okay, I decided to wait. I didn't think that I was going to be able to make that cycle, and I was right. I think I was right there. Ah. That's true. MMA is definitely like a lot more brutal when it comes to like, you know, people taking hits, stuff in general. No, I've been there, done that, Benjamin. Don't worry. I've speedran typing before as well with varying degrees of accuracy. The day's been going pretty well though, Ben. To be quite honest. Life is good, man, on this wonderful Friday. How are you doing, by the way? Imagine if you ever had to kill every enemy too. Oh, that would be a disaster. This would be a very different speedrun, Zoozer. And collecting all the Wumpa fruit? That would be kind of sick too. Alright, so pretty average time trial. But we got through it. That's the most important part. Boxing's more like theatrical. It's more like poetry. It's more like poetry. That's like the best thing I can say. Sub 214, actually. We are well below the sub 224 part, thankfully. I mean, we'll see, Super Dito. We'll see how it goes, man. Oh no, I got you, Benjamin. Just giving you a hard time. Oh, your wife is into boxing? Here's where you wish you were more alike. Boxing is F1 and MMA is NASCAR. I could see that. Unfortunately, like, I think Formula 1 has gotten kind of boring over the years. Like, I've kind of fallen out of favor with it, but I love the old days of Formula 1 though. Like the 80s and early 90s of Formula 1 were sick. Like the Senna Alain Prost era in particular was really cool to watch. And I in particular, like, Ayrton Senna is my favorite Formula 1 driver, and it's not even close. So, like, you know, partially just because of who he is, you know. Like, definitely just raw talent. It was not afraid whatsoever. Yo, Simon, thank you for the host, by the way. I appreciate it. Wait, go Preds? I'm confused. Slow down, Zverna. Slow down, Zverna. Ford versus Ferrari? That was Le Mans back in the 60s. Ford definitely has not had the same kind of presence in Formula 1 that Ferrari has. Rangers were knocked out and your feelings were hurt? Feels bad, man. Did I see the Senna movie? I did. I own a copy of it. It is amazing. That movie is a real work of art. It really is a work of art. I also saw the they did a special on Top Gear when Ayrton Senna in 2010, I believe, during one of their shows. That's also really good to watch, and they show some exclusive stuff that the Senna movie did not touch on. Especially his killer lap at Donington in the rain in 1993. Sorry, I'm gonna spurge about cars for a little bit here, but basically the but basically that lap really shows what kind of driver Ayrton was. Like, just nobody does what he did in that car at Donington that year. Yo, what's up, Biggie Cheese? How are you doing? Indeed, Wart footage is finally here, and I'm super excited to check it out after the stream. Definitely can't wait to see for myself. Oh, the Predators. Ah, I see. I saw somebody have, like, in their stream title, like, Let's Go Preds or something, and I have no idea what they were talking about. But that makes sense now. How Washington got put into the playoffs? Yo, them be fighting worse people around here, man. Yo, thank you for the bits for Yogu. I appreciate it, man. Jem started playing The Last of Us. Ah, yeah. I think he's doing some kind of marathon stream for like a SGDQ like fundraiser type thing or a subathon. I would not be surprised to hear that he's still going. This is. I think his like stream was gonna be like starting off at like 13 hours, and it's probably gonna go on for like 24. Probably my best guess. Did I take the crash plush with me? I did. The reason why he's not on camera is because I can't like get him to sit up straight like Doraemon can on his own. So he looks kind of like leans back, and he kind of looks kind of weird on camera currently. But I'm trying to find a way to prop him up to make him, you know, sit up straight, and it's a little bit difficult. I'm working on it. Started at 12, may get up to 50. Yikes. I know Big John recently did an Endurathon not too long ago. And he went like 56 hours, I think, which is just insanity. No pun intended. No. I guess that's okay, because if I don't have 2 masks going to Sphinxinator, it doesn't matter whether I have 1 or 0. Oh, I know a good number of Pittsburgh fans as well, Benjamin. Current goal is 37 and maybe 36, 38 any minute. So, I guess he's like not even 24 hours in either. That's going to be crazy. Crazier than Crazy Taxi, man. Hard to get crazier than that. Maybe the pun was intended a little bit, Biggie Cheese. No, I'm kidding. I didn't even realize the pun until after I said it, and I'm like, damn, man, he's not even like, at that point, like, if I had a marathon stream that went that long, I think I would just call it like after like 24 hours and then make it up, you know, over the next couple of days, because I don't think I could do like any longer than 24 hours, TBH. Just for the record, if I ever do like a big subathon type thing, like if it gets bigger to like, you know, if it gets to like 30 hours plus, I'm probably not going to finish it in that particular session, but I will, you know, make up for the rest of it later on. Like, we'll continue it over like the next like couple days or something. Been awake for like 28. I feel like that's a mistake. I feel like you should do it like when you wake up, so that way you have like a lot of energy. Like, if I were gonna do a 24-hour stream, I would probably do it when I wake up, and then just like caffeinate the crap out of myself so I don't like wreck my sleep schedule. But I can understand if you're staying up earlier than that, then you can preserve your sleep schedule, because if you know when you're gonna stop the stream, then you'll be able to if you know when you're going to stop the stream, then you'll be able to time it such that you pass out at the time you normally would anyway. So that might actually work out. Invaders needing humanity's consent to... Wait, what? Where did that come from, Renegade Time Lord? No, I know what you mean, Rocket Billy. I'm definitely not nearly as good at staying up for long periods of time as I was before. He was at pretty much top tired when he started? Wait, what do you mean? Connor said the fight may happen early this fall. Oh, so we're looking out a long time ago. We're looking at like a long time before that fight would ever happen, then, is what we're saying. Exactly, exactly. I would like to try a 24-hour stream at some point. I just don't know, like, if, when that would ever be, or, like, you know... We would definitely have to try like a 12-hour stream first, just to see how it goes. I thought you said Rocket Willie? I did not say Rocket Willie, unless this is a totally different conversation that I'm out of context on. Premise of this week's oh, okay. I'm like totally out of the loop with Doctor Who, so I was just like, wait, what is this? What is this that you're speaking of? Do 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 do. Ooh. I know the song doesn't sound like that, but I got a little spooked there. And in the morning's not bad, God Sonic. You could that's definitely a very reasonable time to start the movie marathon. A full day of Pirates though sounds terrific though. I have to go back and watch the Pirates of the Caribbean movies again because it's been a really long time since I've actually seen them. You bring about a good idea, God Sonic. He started with he has already done things that day, so it made him tired. So basically what he's doing is he's already tired when he starts, and then he gets to a point to where like adrenaline kicks in or something. That's interesting. Then you just kind of ride that like for a while. Yo, you got some very good ideas, Sonic. That's what you can say, man. Mixed feelings about Mike Tyson. I mean, I don't really have any opinions one way or the other. Except for that ice cream on his face. Or whatever that face tattoo is. I don't think he has ice cream. He has like something else tattooed on his face. You really should, Mello. They're awesome. Like, the Pirates of the Caribbean movies is one of my like favorite movie franchises in general. That goes for you too, Voyovu. Aren't they the Sacramento Kings, or did they move to Los Angeles? If we're talking about basketball, at least. Indian symbol? Oh, okay. For some reason, I just like... I don't know why I just said ice cream. I think I was getting it mixed up with like Gucci. With Gucci Mane. He definitely has ice cream on his cheek. Because he's just that icy. I highly recommend it, Voyovu. Oh, hockey. Gotcha. I didn't realize Los Angeles had a hockey team. That shows how little I know about the state of things when it comes to hockey. And the Rangers confuse me too, because I think of the Texas Rangers in baseball before I think of the New York Rangers in hockey. Alright, so I actually saved that mass box for the way back, and hopefully we can take advantage of that. I read Power Rangers. Yo, I wish. I wish the Power Rangers love some good hockey, man. That would talk about talented. Alright, I can't go. No! Rip third mask form on the way back, unfortunately. It's okay, though. We still got one mask left over, and I can't complain with that. What happened to my spin there? What happened to the spin there? Alright, there we go. Why do I feel like I'm short? Oh, that's right. I thought I was short a box, but then I realized I left the other mask box on the way back. So we're good. A big-ass Triceratops Zord. I feel like that would be very effective, Rocket Billy. We good, though. We good, though, Voyovu. We made it to the box. Made it unscathed. I've never actually gotten third mask form on the way back, so that's actually like a very easy gold split right there. If I can... That sucks. Yo, Vicinal Moon, what's up, man? How are you doing? Yikes, that was rough. That Co-Carnage emote. We got some Bauer emotes, some Co-Carnage emotes. We got some heavy hitter emotes here. Oh my god, that fucking Spike Vegeta emote too. I love watching Spike Vegeta, man. He is so funny when he plays video games. It's just unbelievably funny. Did you see all the warp stuff today? I did not. A lot of other people did, but they went live actually while I was in the middle of streaming. But I'm definitely going to check it out after the stream, and I'm super excited. People seem to really like it. Did you actually see the warped gameplay of Vicinal Moon? Oops. How did I glitch? I jump. Wow, I got so lucky there. I did like a turbo nitro jump. He is great, especially when things go wrong. Especially when things go wrong. And yeah, Witwix's emotes are pretty fantastic just in general. I love like Fi-Fi's and Racefire emotes. They're like two of my favorite emotes, along with Baru as well. Yeah, I don't think games get much closer than that, Benjamin, to be honest. Like, it was part of the reason why it was so fun. Yo, Vayovu, thank you for those bits, man. I think that, like, it's really fun to watch Pi, I Ate Your Pie, and Spike Vegeta do Mo-Mam. Like, that's super fun. Like, it's really fun to watch, like, how they react when things go wrong. Really hoping that one day Spike Vegeta runs Rayman again, because that was also really fun as well. Yo, Storm, what's up? How you doing? I don't know, Mello. I have no idea like what the current state of lacrosse is, or if it's really gonna get there. I feel like it just isn't, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, I like hardly missed a day of Mo-Man this year as well, Rocket Billy, unless I was streaming myself. Like, Mo-Man was so cool this year. I didn't catch it that much last year, but yeah, this past year was dope. Mario Party 3 Super Hard, though, I think was a mistake. It was great for us, but bad for them, because it took, like, way too long. Month of Mushrooms and Mayhem is an event that I Ate Your Pie and Spike Vegeta do, where they actually blind or semi-blind race games against each other, and they keep score. It's a competitive event. So at the end of the month, they tally up the scores, and whoever loses has to do some type of meme run or something. And they have guests running games with them. I think like Used Pizza and like some other streamers were doing. KG Mura was KG Mura doing it? I don't know if KG Mura was doing it. It was somebody. Some of the GDQ staff were like doing races with them as well. But it's basically just blind races against one another, and it's really fun. Seeing Pi dressed as Tifa. Wait, did he do that during the FF7 stuff? I never saw that. And yo, what's up, S Gabbit? How you doing, man? Harry Potter 4 and 100%. There was I mean, Eat Your Pie as a sub incentive, I think, did Super Meat Boy 106% blind. I don't know if he's finished yet. I know he was doing it for like 3 or 4 days. Yeah, we definitely got some time saved there in Future Frenzy. Not quite the full Monty, but enough. I have not yet S-Gabbit, but I will be taking a look at it after the stream. Super hyped to check it out. Excuse me. And they made Spike wear jorts. I don't know which I think is funnier, the jorts or the Tifa cosplay. That's so good. Like, I would love to do something similar like that one day with like another streamer or two, to do like blind races or just like some like dumb like marathon like that. Like, that would be so fun, honestly. Tetris 100%? Dude, I cannot play Tetris to save my life. I really can't. No, I've not seen it yet, Storm. I'm gonna take a look at it after the stream, though. I'm excited, though, because it seems like everybody has, like, pretty positive opinions for the most part. I mean, jorts are definitely, like, very embarrassing, so I could see chat going, like, super ham with that. Like, maybe it got taken a little bit too far, but I could totally see them... I could totally see them loving that, though. Oh, crap. Yeah, there's a boss battle. There's a boss battle I need to pay attention to. Oh, no! I didn't get quite enough hits. Cool. Alright. Be good now. Alright, good recovery during the last part of that first phase. Wait, what was bad? Are you referring to the Mario Party 3, or are you talking about something else? Oh, the Mario Party 3 from Momam. That took, like... I think that took, like... over 20 hours, I think, for them to do, like, Mario Party 3 story mode on super hard. It took them way too long. Like, that was something that they kind of got blindsided by. They didn't realize it would take that long. There we go. Alright, not a bad engine. It was okay. Yo, thank you for the bits there. Yo, Grasmeister. Dude, long time no see indeed. How are you doing, man? I know, there are boss battles in this game. They don't come up too commonly anymore, but hey. There is a boss battle. Thank you, of course, for the Glod bits as well, man. Yeah, Mario Party 3's AI was just a disaster. That's why, like, I just don't want to do, like, Mario Party runs based on, like, really hard AI. Like, I feel like I wouldn't go any higher than normal difficulty for doing Mario Party speedruns. I feel like it has the Crash Bash 200% problem, where you can just sit there on a map forever, you know? I'll keep that in mind, Yobu, but don't even... But no worries, man. I totally understand. Everything's done from school finally? Nice. Congratulations, man. You are free for the summer. Enjoy, enjoy. They were probably thinking it should take like 8 or 9 hours, but like... I don't think they realized how hard the AI was. Rocket Billy. I mean, it was kind of like my blind race with Bucket, where we did Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Like, we totally underestimated the difficulty of the game. And then quickly realized that it was not really appropriate for a blind race. Once I got into it, it was okay. But it was just not feasible at that point. I mean, Mario Party does take some skill, though, Super Dito. Like, you really need to be comfortable with the minigames. Like, I think you really need to be more comfortable with the minigames in order to really win, because that's how you get coins, that's how you get, you know, that's how you get the coin star, you get the minigame star. Like, there's so many bonus stars you can lock up, you know, by being very good at the minigames. So you kind of start 2 stars ahead of everybody. But with harder AI, it gets harder, and then you have, like, freaking chance time, like, bullshit that can still happen. So there is, you know, there definitely is, wow, there we go. Definitely is some luck, but there is still skill to it. For sure. Oh yeah, the AI is how you lose the coins, and you can't help it to a certain degree. We'll try our best to get all the gold splits, man. We'll try our best to get all those gold splits for Yovu. And thank you for the additional 5 bits, man. I appreciate it. No, but luck is kind of exciting at the same time, you know? Luck is definitely there for RPG speedruns in particular, and you know, that's part of what makes it exciting. And the game can still be very fun to play, even if luck doesn't always go your way sometimes. It's really exciting for the viewers to watch as well, because they're like, oh man, is he gonna do it? Like, how is this, you know, how is this scenario gonna work out? I get pretty excited when I see like a heavy RNG portion, or like, you know, during like a critical part of like a FF7 speedrun, for example. The sound effects are turned off because it actually saves a little over a minute by skipping certain cutscenes, Storm. So the cutscenes where like the bosses try to talk to you, or when Aku Aku tries to talk to you and give you advice, those ordinarily, if you have to manually cancel them, they have to load and deload, which takes about 5 to 6 seconds. If you turn the sound effects all the way down, none of those cutscenes trigger at all. So you basically are good to go at that point. So because none of those cutscenes trigger at all, you save 5 or 6 seconds each time, and that adds up to a little over a minute throughout the course of the entire run. Ah, there we go. I was gonna have to shoot every single one of those Wumpa Fruit. Him standing in that old spot. Oh no. The 1 in 16 steel. There's a steel like that in FF7 as well. It's like a not quite so hard to get. I think it's like a 20 or 30% chance, but it's pretty painful when you have somebody who's like getting very greedy and trying it. Yeah, the metal checkpoints were an excellent idea, I think, in the death routes of this game. It makes it less cutthroat, but also makes it so that, you know, makes it so that it gives you a lot of flexibility with the level design in general. Alright, sounds good, Matolo. There we go. Nice. Speaking of doggo, have a Franker Z. Have an adorable little Franker Z. There's still a ton of fresh bagels. Oh man, I could totally go for a fresh bagel right now. Even though I did have a bagel breakfast sandwich earlier this morning. Oh yeah, my doggo is like that too, Batolo. Don't blame it either. If I was a doggo, I would probably be pretty damn happy to get fed as well. Right at the start of the game? Well, that's good news, theoretically, because you get it out of the way and you don't have, like, you're not, like, 4 hours into the run when it dies. Because it was Abe's Odyssey and not my own? So are you saying if I have my own Odyssey, that it'll go a lot better than Abe's? You put a lot of faith in me, Sonic. You put a lot of faith in me, buddy. There we go. Wow, I didn't spin there at all and somehow did not get hit there. Usually that alligator gets you if you're not spinning. Why are we on about Odyssey? Why not? No, there's no foreshadowing here, I promise. There is no foreshadowing coming on here. This level was okay. I've actually been quite a fan of it overall. The level that I say I probably would have had trouble with in the past were the future levels the most. Now they're okay though, since I speedrun it. So when's the Abe's Exodus blind run? Haha, yeah. About that. A ukulele co-op run? I mean, it could be a thing, but I don't know if that's going to be something that we'll have time for, because I don't know if she's going to want to start streaming, what she'll want to do. She's going to be adjusting to her new job, you know. I don't know if when exactly there would be time to do that, but we'll see. Oh yeah, Exodus having quick save makes life like a million times easier, for sure. Yeah, Super Dito. Quick save is there for a reason. on the other hand. Alrighty. Into the bonus we go. Insert 4-letter word for bosses. I can't deny that to a certain degree. What? Did I not pick up the firefly? I thought he just followed me. That's kind of weird. I'd probably do the same, Storm. Abe's Exodus is what they're referring to, the second Oddworld game. Do. Oh yeah, stealth games, you really need that too. Quick save is very helpful in stealth games. Patience is absolutely a virtue already. So having to, you know, having to go back to where you were if something does go wrong is definitely less fun in a stealth game than it would be in another game where you can just kind of blow through back to where you were. Whoa, what? I somehow got hit by the nitro there. And yo, what's up, Mikey? Oh, not necessarily a 4-letter boss word, but using 4-letter words when discussing the topic of video game bosses. So you have a point with Engine. That is a 4-letter boss. Quit? Yeah, sometimes that does happen. You're not wrong there, Vayovu. Ah, there we go. I was a little bit concerned there. Wow, that was really weird. Yeah, I didn't realize my jump was so bad there either, of a Yovu. Like, all of a sudden, like, I'm, like, really close to the edge of the pit, and I'm just like, is this how it's gonna go down? Is this how it ends? But thankfully it wasn't. And we got out of the level, no problem. And we didn't die, either, in the 5-gem route, because that's also really bad, too. That also takes a long time to recover in. That's one of the things about Bug Light, is that it's not really a bad level, difficulty-wise, but it's very punishing if it does go wrong. Alright, well, I don't have to worry about trying to go for the door cycle that time. Alright, the alligator's dead. That's good news. Does Engine have a first name? He does. It's N. It's the letter N. I actually don't remember if Engine has something like Nefarious Tropy, Neocortex. Like, I actually don't know. Nerd. I mean, he is quite good with machines and computers and all that. Is it actually how Exodus is Exodus actually spelled like odd in the in like Abe's Exodus's title? You got some conspiracy stuff going on here, man. General Sourcekoff's legal first name truly was N. Well, Neil, Neilgin, Noobjin, all good options. I feel like we're just coming up with like embarrassing names for Engine, not giving him any credit whatsoever. Exodus. I didn't even notice that at first. Honestly, did not even notice that at first. That's so cool. There we go. Oh, it's just H. Gotcha. That's fine. It's still pretty similar, though, in like a similar vein. There we go. I thought the N was from Pokemon. Well, that's true. In the later Pokemons, there is a N in Pokemon. So it's not out of the ordinary for there's somebody just be called N. Alright, there we go. I wanted to wait just a little bit so that way I could get rid of that guy. It's pronounced Exodus. Okay, yeah, that's good though. If I had to pronounce it Exodus, I would be... Consider me a man very surprised. Okay. Losing a mask kind of lame, but that's alright. That guy was coming over, he was just creeping. We left that behind on purpose, Super Dido. So that way we can save it for the way back. Because otherwise, if we hit that checkpoint, that's the last checkpoint in the game. Or excuse me, the last checkpoint in the level. So if we save that for last, then if something goes bad in the very late part of the level, we just have to start back from that checkpoint. Otherwise, if something were to go wrong, then we would be in big trouble, and then we'd have to basically have to do half the level all over again. That's the reason why I saved it for later. Indeed, Voyovu. Storm and Norman? Well, I'm sure I would, Gibbons. I'm sure I would. Now we coming for that checkpoint booty, though. John DiMaggio and Maurice LaMarche. What kind of roles were they in outside of the Crash games, potentially? Oh, no. Oh, God, thankfully. I totally forgot to break the box underneath, and it doesn't matter. Thank RNGesus, it doesn't matter. Well, we'll see, Gibbons. We'll see if that comes up. But yeah, now we got the checkpoint, so if something bad happens, like, in the very later part of this level, like right now, we're good. Yo, what's going on, new one? Glad you're doing well, man. I heard that the Insane Trilogy, the new Crash Warped footage for the Insane Trilogy has come out. And I have not gotten a chance to take a look at it yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to. Yeah, once I heard about that, I was definitely not surprised at all, Fireblade. That's very Crash Bandicoot humor. I'm doing pretty well, though, otherwise, new one. But yeah, I was freaking out there for a second, though, Voyovu. Definitely was freaking out there for a moment. Alright, cool. We didn't get hit there. Futurama, Pinky and the Brain, The Simpsons, Zootopia, Adventure Time. Dude, nice. Wow, I don't know how I didn't get hit there. Wow, I feel like I just got away with murder there. Yo, welcome back, Jordan. Well, the run's going pretty well so far. We'll see if that keeps up. But so far, so good. How are you doing, by the way? Oh yeah, definitely will. I've already got it. I've already got the link queued up in my whispers, so we good. I did watch a good amount of Pinky and the Brain. I did watch a good amount of Pinky and the Brain there, as well. MLG, yo, MLG highlight reels for speedrunning. Let's go. Fairly Odd Parents as well, indeed. Childhood cartoons in general were pretty good. There were a few bad ones, except for Angela Anaconda. That was just straight up unacceptable. I just have like a vendetta against that cartoon. I just can't stand it. Alright, so that was P good. That was P good, indeed. Guild Wars 1. When did Guild Wars 1 come out? Was that in the 90s? I think it was in the 90s, something like that. That was a pretty healthy gold split too, by the way. Orange asphalt. Do this. So this is the one bike level where we actually get all of the boxes first. Partially because I'm scared about the 2 boxes, as you guys know. 2005? I thought it was in the 90s for some reason. Must be thinking of something else. Rip sub 2 hours. It's okay, there's plenty of time to get the 159 later on. Huh, interesting. And thank you for the bits, Foyobu. I appreciate it, man. Vietnam War reference in this level name? Was that like... Was it Orange Asphalt verbatim, or was it like a different reference? Is this heading for a sub 215? No. That's not going to happen at this point. The run is currently on 217 pace, though. So we can definitely get a 217, especially with more gold splits to achieve. But we'll see. We didn't get... I think there's like some... There's definitely some time losses throughout the run. Like, I think high time 1 cycle I lost quite a bit of time on, and there's something else. There's like maybe some other littered time. There's also some other time losses littered throughout. But basically, this run has not been the most clean, though it has been faster. Cool. Alright. Now we don't have to worry about the box gem anymore. This happened? Can you send me... Can you whisper me that GIF, or GIF, excuse me, Storm? Driver's Education Series Red Asphalt. Okay, so it had nothing to do with Vietnam. Oh, Agent Orange. Okay, that's what I was thinking, Ski Kano. I couldn't recall off the top of my head, but that is what I was thinking of. The current pace gets worked out basically, like, I have a best possible time that that I can see on live split that I don't have enough room to show on screen. So right now, like, my best possible time is 2:17, and I know time saves that I have later on in the run, like Area 51, for example, is a minute time save by itself. So that basically means that if I'm already 30 minutes ahead of my PB, or 30 seconds ahead of my PB, I know I have another minute to save. So if I finish the run a minute and a half ahead, then that's a low 2:18. And there's some other time saves later on in the run that add up the other 30 seconds to where I can get a 2:17. So just knowing how much possible time save you have left and where you are in the run, you can calculate in your head what pace you're on if things go well. But no, I can see it, and that makes the calculation much easier, but you can do it in your head after a while, where you can remember how much time save you have in certain parts in the run to tell if your run is still alive, if it is, what time you can expect, or when it dies. You know, or it's just like not possible to PB without, you know, an act of RNGesus happening. Oh yeah, 30 minutes ahead of the PB would be amazing. And impossible currently. I use Wolfram Alpha as a brain replacement. I've done that before too on occasion. Wolfram Alpha is a very good brain when you need it. I get the box gem in the first go partially because the 2 ramps where box 13 and 14 are in the level are very close together, and if you don't, it's very precise how fast you need to go in order to hit both of those boxes. Because if you go too fast, you'll jump right over the second box. If you go too slow, you'll go under the second box. So it's kind of messed up a little bit. But basically, I could do it all boxes with the time trial, and that might still be more efficient, but honestly, with the Relic, you can do most of the any % strats during the time trial anyway, so it doesn't matter. And that's one of the reasons why you end up doing Road Crash and Hog Ride any % strats first, and then get the box gem along with the time trial. It's because it's much faster to do any % strats right away first time through than it is to try to do it with the time trial. And yo, thank you for the 5 bits. What's up, Lightning Rating, by the way? This run's going pretty good. So far. It ain't done yet. But it's pretty alright so far. How are you doing, by the way? And thank you for the host gimmick, Soldier. I appreciate it, man. If you run to the shop and it takes you 5 minutes to get there and back, will the urn be finished? No. It'll be close, though. You should probably wait. Because you might come in as I'm defeating Cortex. It's Super Dito with the 0.999999999 cheer. Basically rounds up to 1. I appreciate it, man. Just kidding, of course. It's not an actual cheer. You cannot cheer decimals. All the games in the Insane Trilogy are going to have their own platinum trophies. Did they say that in one of the interviews, or is that just speculation? There we go. Well, you can restart more quickly, though at this point in my skill level, if I have to restart a time trial, it's usually very bad for the run. So that does help you there, but also doing any percent strats first means that you can skip holes, you can, extend boosts for a really long time. So that also saves time as well, and that's why we do any percent strats first for Hog Ride and Road Crash. For Orange Asphalt, you can do any percent strats both the first time through or during the time trial, so it doesn't matter as much. Yo, I wish PogChamp were a cheer emote. That seems like a slam dunk, man. Yo, Shades, what's up? How you doing? Alright. They said they got Sony's permission? Okay. Interesting that each of the individual games are. I thought maybe they would do it more unified, because they're trying to do the rest of the game more unified. It took me a second too, and then I realized PogChamp is not one of the global emotes. Or not one of the global emotes in the cheer modes. Yes, they did show Orange Asphalt in the other gameplay footage from what I hear. Why can't I hit the engines? Help. Yo, what's up, Raging Redneck? And thank you for the gold bits again, Vayo. I appreciate it, man. Making you broke. Never gonna complain with a gold split, man. And now back to lurking. No worries, man. Appreciate you stopping by, though. And I hope you enjoy your lurk regardless. Alright, sounds good, Jungle. Hello and goodbye, man. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Okay, that was like almost done. There we go. I've done that before in like Crash 2 where I thought I was done with the warp room, so I tried to press up and go into the next boss battle, and then it was like, wait, why can't I do this? Very good reason for that. It's because you're not actually done with the warp room. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, a 121 is fine. I was hoping to get a 119, but a 121 is okay. That's true, I suppose. You've already got the bits beforehand. That is very true. The last 3 splits are going to be interesting, of course. We'll see what happens. Yo, Random Dude, what's up, man? I think it was Gone Tomorrow, Avenging Gibbons. Though Future Frenzy was in the poll for the official PlayStation footage release. Alright, Area 51, buddy. Just don't get lost and everything will be okay. Thank you for the gold bits, Voyovu, by the way. Alright, sounds good, Rocket Billy. Thanks for hanging out today, man. Hope you have a good day at work. We'll catch you later, man. You met the girl? How did it go, Random Dude? And yo, thank you for the good luck, C-Rain. And thank you for the good luck as well, Simon. It went well? Nice. Rip Windows Vista. Did they actually stop supporting Windows Vista finally? Or what's the dealio? What is the dealio for realio? Okay, cool. Nice. That was like the ideal middle part there. Just hold the boost all the way through the next ramp. That's so sick. It feels like so swag, like every time you get it. Alright, cool. We get past that guy early, so we don't have to worry about him. Which is really nice. Cool. MLG. Oh man, we didn't quite get the 141, but that was still a really good Area 51. We're gonna save a lot of time here. The reason why I have a minute to save was because I got lost halfway through the level and had to restart the level. Oh man, so it is RIP Windows Vista, man. I thought they stopped supporting Windows XP. I thought they stopped in like 2013 or something. And yo, thank you, Jordan, for filling the cup up with those tryhards, man. I appreciate it. Just took a 2-hour nap. Welcome back, Bill. Do you feel well rested? Is the question. We're still not done yet, though. That's for sure. Uh-oh. That was close. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum 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 ba da 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 dum. After the ransomware that attacked various hospitals, actually that's a good point. There's a lot of like hospitals and like lab PCs that still use like Windows XP for some reason. No idea why, they just do. Nice, I'll take a 52, man. Yo, thank you for the host, random dude. I appreciate it, man. I see. Alright, that makes sense. And yo, Ninjamos, how you doing? What is up, man? That feel when you can't push up properly. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a lot to update, like, your IT infrastructure. Like, it's definitely very expensive. Am I joining the Crash 200 race? Probably not. I will not be available to join the race, but I'll try to watch the race though when it happens later. Like I'll probably hop around to various people's streams and see what's up. But I have some work I need to do tonight. That's not streaming related. 235 hype. Hopefully we can do a little bit better than that. That's true, though. The administrators, if they don't understand it, they're probably not going to go for it. That's true. For better or for worse. It's got to make sense to the people that matter and make the decisions. That's how the world works, man. Ooh, hello. LOL. No! Why did I miss the platform? I just like went a little bit over the platform there, but that's okay. What's up, Fly One Zombie? How you doing? It's only 5,000 pounds per PC. No big deal. Why is Boneyard the last level? Because I need the bazooka to do the one cycle, so I can get a little bit of a boost for the time trial to make sure I hit the one cycle. It saves about a second and a half or two on the level timer here in order to use the bazooka. So I have to wait until after Warp 4 to do it, and the most convenient time to do it after Warp 4 and before the end of the run is being the very last split. Thank you, Fly Zombie. It's definitely going pretty well so far. We're not done yet, though. We are absolutely not done yet. Still got a little short guy with an N on his face to to deal with first. Merry Christmas. I like that, Brittany. What's up, by the way? Did I see the new Far Cry trailer? I did not see a trailer, but I saw some screenshots of the game. It looks pretty good. Wow, that was really close. Bum. Handful of alpha servers made in 96. Yo! 21-year-old computers. 2 exams left. Dude, you're so close though, Brittany. That's the good news. But we're not done yet, Brittany. Congratulate me once the final split has been achieved. We're not quite done yet. Bum 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 ba da dum. Eight more next year and 4 more this August. It's a necessary evil, though. You're getting closer and closer with each one you take. That's the good news. 600 megahertz processors? Yo. Need it. Clearly. Can't have any more than 600 megahertz. That's just too powerful. That 217 life, man. There you go. That's what's up. And yo, thanks for following, Fly Zombie. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream.